So you telling me United States codes don't work?
No, I'm telling you, you don't know them.
For the record, I am DeMarcus Bay, the implied surety for DeMarcus Contrail Brown. And I would like to file a motion in the court for additional 30 days for me to seek counsel. Is the defendant in error free to go? My name is not spelled in all capital letters. Matter of fact, I filed
Mr. Bay.
All right, folks, today's clip features one of the most ridiculous courtroom moments I've seen in a while. This self-proclaimed sovereign citizen completely loses it. He actually tries to convince the judge that being a foreign national means the law doesn't apply to him. And just when you think it can't get any stranger, he brings in a friend. Yes, another sovereign citizen to help represent him. Because apparently 2 people misunderstanding the law is better than 1. The judge? She's sharp, quick-witted, and absolutely not putting up with the nonsense. It's a wild ride from start to finish. As you watch, let me know in the comments. What do you make of this guy's logic? I've got my thoughts, but I'm curious to hear yours.
All right, DeMarcus Contrail Brown.
Your Honor, we were representing him, but we are going to be submitting a withdrawal to you. You should have it shortly.
All right, Mr. Brown, are you represented by somebody else?
Yeah. For the record, I am DeMarcus Bay, the implied surety for DeMarcus Contrail Brown. And I would like to file a motion in the court for additional 30 days for me to seek counsel.
Okay, so Mr. Bay,
Yes.
aka Marcus Contrail Brown, so you're seeking a continuance to get new counsel?
Yes.
Okay, do you have someone in mind, sir?
I not right now. I'm seeking counsel.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm going to give you a continuance for 30 days, or I'm sorry, until January 5th. But by that time, you need to have counsel on board when they come back so that they can talk to the state to determine if there's anything they can work out on your case, or if they need to get all of the information necessary for a trial, if that's what you choose to do. So by January 5th, I will expect that you will have counsel.
Well, I have paperwork on the docket that haven't been rebutted. I have affidavits of truth that haven't been rebutted.
Okay, sir, we don't do affidavits. People have to appear in person because there's a confrontation clause in the United States Constitution that says witnesses, you have the right to confront witnesses in person. So we don't do affidavits, okay? If you have witnesses that are going to present testimony or evidence on your behalf, then you have to have them come to court and be sworn in and testify at that time, okay? So we're not doing any dismissing and all of that stuff. No, sir. When you get your counsel, they'll be able to discuss it with the state, and then y'all can present whatever to the court. And the accusing deputy must be present too, right? Okay. So the people always say that, but here's the thing. The state gets to choose whatever witnesses they wish to bring, just like your side gets to choose whatever witnesses you wish to bring. You can't rely on them to bring the person that you want. So if you want to subpoena someone to appear for trial, then you need to subpoena them. You cannot rely on the state to bring your witness. Okay. Okay. I got you. So, all right. Anything else? And jurisdiction can be challenged at any time, right? No, sir. Jurisdiction rests with this court because this is where the locus of the incident is.
Could be off here, but it really seems like this sovereign citizen is just trying to stall. It's like he's hoping the judge will give him extra time to find a real lawyer and delay the case a bit more. What I don't understand is why people keep trying these same worn-out sovereign citizen tactics, especially when they've never worked. Judges shut this stuff down every single time. Honestly, it's like watching someone try to open a locked door with the wrong key, again and again, like they think it'll magically work this time. It's hard to tell if he's just pretending not to understand, or if he truly believes he's above the law. What do you think? Is he bluffing or fully convinced? Let's get back into it.
Well,
Mr. Bay, let me just explain something to you. Mr. Bay, listen to me. Okay. I went to school for 3 years for this. That's full time. If I had gone part time, it would have been 4 or 5 years. And I have been working since, oh Lord, I ain't gonna give my age, but I've been a lawyer and a judge for quite some time. I've been a judge for 10 years as of this year. A lot of times people come before me because they've learned stuff from other people, or they've gone online, or they've read it themselves. But I tell you, it doesn't work the way you think it works. And so there's a set of statutes, cases, procedures, all of those things that we have to learn. In fact, let me show you something.
Well, how do you have?
Wait. You see this book right here? This is just this year's edition of all the stuff that I have to be able to find to figure out what's going on in your case. This is just this year's edition. And I got a book like this that includes evidence and procedure. I got a whole wall of books. So when you come in here challenging jurisdiction and all of this stuff people have taught you, it's not books.
Can I show you my Black Law Dictionary?
No, sir. Because Black's Law, that's a dictionary. That's not the full case. You know, you come in with all of these ideas about how you think the law works, but every lawyer in here has done at least 3 years of law school and trainings, trials, all of those things. So you're not going to change the way we do things. So the best thing to do is to get an attorney who can talk to the state about your case, and then we can get this resolved. Your case is pretty simple. You got traffic offenses.
Well, I still want you to prove on the record that you have subject matter jurisdiction, personal jurisdiction.
I'm not proving anything on the record, sir. I wear the robe. They put me in this position. I've been here 10 years. If I didn't have subject matter jurisdiction, I wouldn't be here.
So you say it's not a difference between public and private for the record. There's no difference.
Sir, get an attorney.
Okay, all right. January 5th.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And Mr. Bay/Brown, you've indicated that you wish to have an attorney, so I'm going to rely on the fact that you're going to have an attorney. Don't come back here with the same stuff, and I already told you it's not going to work.
So you're telling me United States codes don't work?
No, I'm telling you, you don't know them. So first of all, right here. The United States codes don't work in Georgia because Georgia has its own code, OCGA.
So the meaning of driver is different in Georgia.
Yes, sir.
But according to 49.
Mr. Bay, I'm not doing this with you. Get an attorney. Okay. Thank you, sir. You're free to go. We'll see you on January 5th at 11 a.m.
All right, before we jump into the most intense part of this case, just a heads up, this next segment is something else. Watching it might leave you scratching your head because it's truly out there. So take a breath and get ready. This sovereign citizen doesn't show up alone. He actually brings a friend who claims to be an attorney general. The catch? He's not licensed. Practicing law without a license is illegal, plain and simple. But in the sovereign citizen world, apparently, you can just decide you're a lawyer and go with it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments as we dive into this next part. It's about to get wild.
So, DeMarcus Contrell Brown.
I have interest in that matter. Is the defendant in error free to go?
If the who, what?
Is the defendant in error free to go?
No.
Well, let the record show the defendant in error is ordered to stay and participate.
Okay, who is the defendant in error? That's a new one for me.
The all cap name is trust that I am a beneficiary of. My name is not spelled in all capital letters. I have a court order decree saying that.
Okay, Mr. Bay. Mr. Bay, do you have an attorney representing you, sir?
Attorney General, my Attorney General is online. You may speak to me, sir.
Is the Attorney General, Mr. Bay, hold on. Let me ask my question before you tell me something crazy. Is the Attorney General a member of the State Bar of Georgia?
I'm a non-state actor. I'm a foreign national. Matter of fact, I filed
Mr. Bay. Mr. Bay, I don't care if you were Alexander Putin, the premier of Russia. If you are in Georgia and you're represented by an attorney, that attorney would have to be a member of the State Bar of Georgia. Foreign national or not. Just as if you went to another country and you had an attorney represent you, that attorney would have to meet the requirements of that country and of that state. Okay, Mr.
no.
Attorney, Mr. Bay, hush. Mr. Attorney General.
I'm trying to
are
set a
you
record.
Mr. Bay, Mr. Attorney General, are you a member of the State Bar of Georgia? You want to unmute for me?
Speak, bro. Get off mute.
But notice how these two self-proclaimed sovereign citizens were casually chatting on the phone while the judge was speaking. This isn't some casual catch-up. It's a courtroom proceeding. The judge is trying to handle real legal matters, and they're acting like they're stuck on hold with customer service. This is exactly why more of these hearings need to happen in person. Imagine how much more revealing and, honestly, entertaining it would be to watch them try this in a live courtroom. No hiding behind a phone, no Googling fake laws mid-hearing, no muting themselves when things get uncomfortable, just raw, unfiltered confusion. Maybe it's time we made it a rule. If you're claiming to be a sovereign citizen, you need to show up in person and explain yourself face to face. Sounds fair, right? What do you think? Let's get back into it. Because this so-called Attorney General is something else entirely.
What's going on is he's a member of a foreign state corporation basically doing business in Georgia. So
Okay,
basically,
sir, that's not what I asked you. No, sir.
I get what you're saying,
No, sir.
man.
No, and I get what you're saying, but we're not doing
I
that
know,
because that's not how we operate. Those are not the laws under which I am required to conduct court. So we either gonna do it my way or we're gonna put you
We
on
understand the rules of the court. We understand the rules of the court. I got you.
Okay, are you a member of the State Bar of Georgia?
No, I'm not a member of the Bar of Georgia.
Okay,
What I'm trying to realize
as
he's doing business
he
way
can
in Georgia,
represent
and that
himself.
you need to take consideration on that matter on how he's doing business in Georgia.
He can represent himself, or he can be represented by a member of the State Bar of Georgia. But he cannot have you represent him or purport to represent him. Okay, that's not going to work. All right. So, Mr. Bay, do you wish to choose someone who is a member of the State Bar of Georgia to represent you, or do you wish to represent yourself?
I invoke my right to remain silent as the beneficiary of Demarcus Cottrell Brown estate.
Okay, sir. So, sir, you're invoking your right to remain silent, which means that you do not wish to enter a plea that
I plead to be released.
That would resolve your case today. As such, the court is going to enter a plea of not guilty for you.
I object. You cannot practice law from the bench. Violation 28 U.S.C. 454. Judge practicing law from the bench.
And put you on a trial court, on a trial calendar so that your case may be heard at trial.
I object.
All right, sir. Thank you. You'll get notice in the mail if anything changes about your if anything changes about your address, then you can go ahead and let us know by coming in.
I demand evidence hearing.
You will have that at the time of the trial,
evidence hearing.
You're not going to have an evidence hearing today because that's not what we're here for. This is
you are dishonorable. I got your oath, Tammy Long. Hey.
So, Mr. Bay, I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf. You'll have a trial at which time you can have an evidence hearing. You'll get notice in the mail.
You're in violation of Article 6, Section 2 of the Constitution.
Your notice in the mail, then you can appear for hearing with whatever evidence that you wish to present. Although you are not required to present any evidence or testimony because the state has the burden of proving the case against you. Thank you, Mr. Brown. You're free to go at this time. All right, Kevin Jermaine Burrow.
All right, I've been hard on judges before, but this one absolutely nailed it. I don't know her name off the top, but she wasn't having any of the nonsense. No patience, no drama, just handled business like a pro. Easily a 10 out of 10 performance. She's right up there with Judge Oakley in my book. As for the two, sovereign citizens, total disaster. It was like Dumb and Dumber try courtroom cosplay. One thought he was a foreign diplomat, the other sounded like he memorized legal tips from a cereal box. Pure chaos. Still, I've got to give the judge credit for staying calm through all of it. What do you think? Should she have gone even harder on them? Let me know in the comments. And if I find the second part of this hearing, you better believe I'm bringing it here. Something tells me they didn't magically find a real lawyer and start making sense. Thanks for watching. If you had fun, hit that like and subscribe. I drop new videos daily, and your support means the world. Take care, everyone.